The only 5 countries in the world without airport. An airport is an aerodrome with extended facilities, mostly for commercial air transport. Airports have facilities to park and maintain aircraft, and a control tower. An airport consists of a landing area, which comprises an aerially accessible open space, including at least one operational active surface, such as a runway for a plane to take off or a helipad, and often includes adjacent utility buildings, such as control towers, hangars, and terminals. Larger airports may have airport aprons, taxiway bridges, air traffic control centers, passenger facilities such as restaurants and lounges, and emergency services. In some countries, the US in particular, airports also typically have one or more fixed base operators, serving general aviation. An airport solely serving helicopters is called a heliport. An airport for use by seaplanes and amphibious aircraft is called a seaplane base. Such a base typically includes a stretch of open water for takeoffs and landings, and seaplane docks for tying up. An international airport has additional facilities for customs and passport control, as well as incorporating all the aforementioned elements. Such airports rank among the most complex and largest of all built typologies, with 15 of the top 50 buildings by floor area being airport terminals. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn post notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos. These 5 countries without an airport might be a little harder to reach, but the small are mighty. Though there isn't much traveling going around in the world right now, it never hurts to learn about the places just beyond our fingertips. Sometimes our wanderlust can be satisfied by just seeing these places and imagining being able to step into them someday in the future. Maybe check out the most expensive flights in the world or longest non-stop flights to bring you back down to the ground. Usually, if you were to be visiting another country, your first step would be to book your flight, but not so fast. Sometimes you aren't just able to step on a plane and go anywhere in the world. Not if you want to visit the 5 countries below, for instance. While you're staying put anyway, these countries without an airport might shock you and give you that special factoid you've been waiting for to stump your friends. Number 1. Vatican City. Vatican City, a city-state surrounded by Rome, Italy, is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. It is home to the Pope and a trove of iconic art and architecture. Its Vatican museums house ancient Roman sculptures such as the famed Laocoon and his sons, as well as Renaissance frescoes in the Raphael rooms and the Sistine Chapel, famous for Michelangelo's ceiling. This is a tricky one. Vatican City is not only an independent city-state, but it's also the smallest country in the world. The 109-acre spot does not have its own airport, likely because it is actually enclaved within Rome. Rome, as a point of reference, has 2 international airports. Visitors could fly into Rome and then drive into the small Roman Catholic city, state, or country. Rome's Leonardo da Vinci Fiumicino Airport is about 18.5 miles from Vatican City's borders. Number 2. San Marino. San Marino is a mountainous microstate surrounded by north-central Italy. Among the world's oldest republics, it retains much of its historic architecture. On the slopes of Monte Titano sits the capital, also called San Marino, known for its medieval walled old town and narrow cobblestone streets. The 3 towers castle-like citadels dating to the 11th century sit atop Titano's neighboring peaks. San Marino lies between an oceanic climate and a humid subtropical climate with some continental influences. It has warm to hot summers and cool winters, typical of inland areas of the central Italian peninsula. Precipitation is scattered throughout the year with no real dry month. Snowfalls are common and heavy almost every winter, especially above 400 to 500 meters of altitude. Speaking of Italy, San Marino similarly doesn't have an airport despite being surrounded by Italian land. As the 5th smallest country in the world, San Marino doesn't suffer from inaccessibility as it is only 9 miles from the famous Federico Fellini International Airport. Don't feel too bad for San Marino, 33,000 inhabitants. They also live in one of the richest countries in the world, with one of the highest GDPs per capita. Number 3. Monaco. Monaco, officially the Principality of Monaco, is a sovereign city-state and microstate on the French Riviera, close to the Italian region of Liguria in Western Europe. Bordered by France to the north, east and west, it is lapped by the Mediterranean Sea to the south. The principality is home to 38,682 residents, of whom 9,486 are Monegasque nationals. It is widely recognized for being one of the most expensive and wealthiest places in the world. The official language is French, although Monegasque, a dialect of Ligurian, Italian and English, are spoken and understood by a sizable group. Economic development was spurred in the late 19th century with the opening of the state's first casino, the Monte Carlo Casino, as well as a railway connection to Paris. Since then, Monaco's mild climate, scenery and gambling facilities have contributed to the principality's status as a tourist destination and recreation center for the rich. In more recent years, Monaco has become a major banking center and has sought to diversify its economy into the services sector and small high-value added non-polluting industries. Surrounded on 3 sides by France and on 1 by the Mediterranean Sea, Monaco is the second smallest country in the world. It also holds the title for the most densely populated sovereign state in the world. In order to reach Monaco, you'll have to take a boat or a half-hour car ride after touchdown in the nice Côte d'Azur airport in France. It is especially fitting to enter by car. Monaco hosts one of the oldest and most prestigious Formula One races, the Monaco Grand Prix, with the shortest track of all the F1 races. Number 4. Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is a German-speaking 25-kilometer principality between Austria and Switzerland. It is known for its medieval castles, alpine landscapes and villages linked by a network of trails. The capital, Vaduz, a cultural and financial center, is home to the Kunstmuseum Liechtenstein, with galleries of modern and contemporary art. The Post Museum displays its postage stamps. Economically, Liechtenstein has one of the highest gross domestic products per person in the world when adjusted for purchasing power parity. The country has a strong financial sector centered in Vaduz. It was once known as a billionaire tax haven, but is no longer on any official blacklist of uncooperative tax haven countries. An alpine country, Liechtenstein is mountainous, making it a winter sport destination. As the smallest country in the world to border 2 countries, Austria and Germany, Liechtenstein is also without an airport. Visitors would need to enter by car, boat, or the popular rail system from nearby Swiss or Austrian rail stations. The nearest airport is Switzerland's St. Gallen out and Rhein. For perspective, Liechtenstein is nearly 8 times smaller than the city of Los Angeles, with its largest city housing only 6,000 residents. It's tiny but powerful, with one of the highest GDPs per capita and one of the lowest national debts. Number 5. Andorra. Andorra, or Marina di Andorra, is a town on the Italian Riviera in the region of Liguria, included in the province of Savona. Andorra is landlocked on the border between Spain and France. Located in the Pyrenees mountain range, this micronation allows beautiful hikes, climbs, and views. Andorra's capital city is Andorra la Vella, which is also the highest elevated capital city in Europe. Andorra is a holiday resort thanks to the long sandy beach and the historical hinterland. Since 1986, Andorra has held the Bandiera Blue Award for clean waters and beaches. Accommodations include hotels, bed and breakfast establishments, and campsites. There are public and private lidos offering services such as sunbed, hire, and so much more. Various water sports are practiced including sailing, canoeing, surfing, kite surfing, and windsurfing. A diving club, Sport 7, is based in the marina, and the Sailing and Canoeing Club to the east of the port. It has a marina with over 850 moorings, mainly for local boat owners, but 56 places are reserved for tourists in transit to the area. Whale-watching trips depart in the summer from the marina. Apart from water sports, there are bowls clubs, tennis clubs, and horse riding stables at San Pietro. The area is popular for hiking and mountain biking. The Paco del Fafal has a roller skating rink, and there is a cycling velodrome in the center. There are 5 airports within 3 hours of Andorra in Spain and France. With or without an airport, Andorra is definitely doing something right. It consistently has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and turn on that post notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos.